months ago on episode 9, I said I was going to refactor my AI. Well, I'm back, but my agents aren't. Human in the Loop starts now.
That was Rene.
And you said your agents aren't back, so I'm here to learn because I feel like I need to refactor my system too.
I think if you're starting to feel that way, it might be time to either refactor or maybe even blow it up. I spent a lot of time refactoring. I probably spent like a good 2 weeks trying to just like unroll that ball of yarn that was that original implementation. But at the end of the day, it was complex. And while Claude and I had documented it together, it was still really a lot of building as I go when I was really thinking, we need to start looking at this at scale, right? How do we make this, a professional grade, enterprise ready type of implementation? Because now us people with home labs, we're also running into these enterprise grade problems, which is.
Do you probably have run into the same things in your process? Like my context has kind of grown, it's bloated, and I sync it across different machines. So I'm committing from different machines for different tasks. Now it's also being synced to an Hermes agent. So I need to untangle that mess myself. But before we get in, tell us sort of what your setup was when we spoke last time, just a kind of high level, what you were using, what the tech stack was, and then what you did to sort of refactor it.
Right. So I was primarily using Claude Code, and I was building a lot. So I was building like some mobile applications, some web applications. But we've kind of gone from the shift of I can build it, but then I have to maintain it, to, well, can I take something that someone else has built that's being maintained? And so now, instead of having a builder, I'm working more on configurations. So it's less of Claude to Hermes and OpenClaw, trying to manage that memory. I think also there's been some development. So Carpathia kind of came out with the idea of LLM Wiki, which is kind of your agentic memory, which it can learn on.
I use that and love it. Right. I feel like that's been a big game changer to keep my my Claude Code harness. I don't use it for Hermes. I'm curious if you use, but for my Claude Code harness, kind of more intelligent from session to session. And shout out to Sasha's episode last week to learn more about harnesses. We'll link that in the YouTube.
Yeah, that was a great episode. And I think when you start talking about those harnesses, like you did the last episode, it's how do I teach one harness and what's that harness supposed to do? What's its purpose? But then also, how do I have that collective memory? And what does that mean? And I think now we're starting to see a little bit more patterns. Y Combinator came out with GBrain. I haven't played with it yet, but I love the concept.
Sasha, you like GBrain, right? Don't you use GBrain, Sasha?
I just started using GBrain with Hermes.
$20 one. And the reason is running Hermes type of agents, running OpenClaw type of agents, it's against the terms of use to hook that up directly to Anthropic. So I needed some layer. I need some provider who can do that. Right now, I've also gone to OpenAI. So I'm using OpenAI as my primary provider. I think I do
that for Hermes as well.
Same.
Yep.
I think Terra and Sol are some very solid models. I have backup providers as well. But me being in Canada, one of the things that really frightened me and kind of was moving me towards open source was the reaction to Fable and kind of limiting that to the US. I think it was only a week. But it kind of shows, vendor lock-in is something that we have to pay attention to. And just being able to move between models, whether it's for just wider variety of models, cost savings, or just